of creativity. But the thing about me, myself, as a person, I'm dyslexic. I'm very, very dyslexic. Like, I can't spell. I can't recall numbers. I can't, if I read a phone number or a credit card, I have to put my thumb and I have to go all the way across. I can't, phone numbers, I can't read unless I'm in total solitude. That's why, like, if you look at my cards, they're all like, you know, I'll show you good. Yeah, I can't find this one here. Pretty nice. So, like I was saying, some artists were all born weird in our little way, and of course, talent falls by the wayside. And here's something else. It took me a long time. You good? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving away secrets here. Another one. This is a big one, and it took me years to realize I have facial blindness. I won't recognize someone's face. Like, I actually recognize you. But I'm just saying, like, so like I can see Bethany because of her glasses. So there's certain things like people are like, oh, what were they wearing? I'm like, oh, I don't know. They had a Band-Aid on their arm because I looked at their Band-Aid the whole time. Like, I don't remember their faces. It's terrible. And like, the thing I really hate is like, I never introduce people because I don't remember their name and I actually don't know if I know them or not. So my thing, the way I combat that is I just pretend I know everybody. When I first meet them, I'm like, oh, you know, like, how am I just so nice? It's like I've known them forever. So last weekend, there was actually, I hope you guys can go to it, but Tom Gill and Heidi Jackson and Nancy Lefkowski. But I went to their show and Susan Gates, I was expecting, so what I do is I go online, I look at everybody's faces, and I'm like, okay, I'll remember her. And then I went and I saw Susan, but I wasn't expecting to see Susan. And I didn't know it was her until she started talking. She's like, oh my God, Mike, and she hugged me, and I'm like, oh, Susan, oh. And it's just weird, it's weird to have that. So, I don't know, I tell everybody, Mike doesn't recognize faces. He's like, well, you wouldn't even know me? I'm like, I'd be like my best friend in the whole world. If I saw him at the mall, I'd be like, wow, looks like my friend Lenny. I don't know if it's him or not, but it looks just like my friend Lenny. That's just something weird. That's something weird. But yeah, also anxiety and self-doubt. My God, what I'm talking about is so boring. No one's going to be interested in what I'm saying. You know, it's like, you know, it's just like I get overwhelmed with negativity, and sometimes I lose that battle, you know, and then other times I will pull myself out. I've learned little techniques, like if I have a bad thought, I try to kill it with like three clear thoughts, you know, and I'll try to phrase things differently. Like, I hate my studio, it's too sunny. I hate the studio. Instead of saying that, now I say, I wish for the perfect studio. I can't wait to get my perfect studio. It's going to be beautiful light. It's going to be everything I need is going to be. Instead of saying what I hate, what I don't want, say what you want. Because the universe is like, oh, he doesn't like his studio. Here you go, problem solved. You know. But instead of saying I want something. You know, and another thing too is like being nervous coming up here. I was a little nervous, but I know everybody in this room is a well-wisher. Everybody wants me to do good. If I started messing up, if I started stumbling over things, you guys would be patient. You guys would cheer for me. I know that. So it took away all that, and bless everybody for showing up for me today. Thank you so much. No, seriously. Yeah, poverty. Oh, yeah. So poverty's been kind of a hindrance to me, but that is going to be over with. I'm done being a starving artist. It was fun. It's a whole romantic thing, but it's done. It's done. And I don't even have a website yet because money's holding me back. But it's not even that much money. It's like $150. So once I get that. So if you guys want to join my newsletter, there's eventually, you'll have to Google me because I don't have a website yet. But you know, go ahead and join the newsletter. I'll be sending random stuff. You know, like shows and talks and things like that. But you know, another thing too with poverty, right? So I was like, well, my Balenciaga jeans, that's what I'm wearing all the time. Balenciaga. But if someone, I don't know if anyone has a phone on me, you can look up how much they cost. I think Balenciaga, it's like $1,400, I think, for these. Oh my God. Oh, these aren't Balenciagas, but they are copying me. Like, they worship me. Like, someone's got to look it up on their phone. Just look up Balenciaga jeans if you don't believe me. It's oh, I don't know. Okay, here is another thing. So my new series, which is also just